right, we're going to talk about a bunch of different things in this video. We're going to talk about a hand rework, maybe Nobu, and the hand will be the team to have for Dark Dimension 3. We're going to talk about the bad pricing and the gold crunch and why it's okay. Kind of controversial, I suppose. And we're also going to talk about Shuri. Okay, we're going to talk about Ultimus 7 and some small tweaks for making BlueStacks work better and getting through it. First things first, hand rework. Got to give a shout out to Wolver Thor, who made a video about a month ago where he caught in the video inside of the Strike Time #1 that there was a new animation for the hand assassin. I'm going to play that right here, but you can see that's like a heal animation, and he picked it up. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because there's been a lot of discussion about Dark Dimension 3 and getting a ton of characters up to Gear 14. And I think we're a little bit rushing, you know, like right now, like trying to figure out what characters to upgrade and things like that, because the first 4 nodes are going to be anything you want to take, as long as they're tier 14. The second 4 are going to be global. The next ones are going to be cosmic. And the last 4 are going to be city. And the problem with city is that there really isn't a good choice right now, or not an obvious choice. But if there's going to be a hand rework, maybe that's going to be the thing. And so, you know, because there was this new animation that was shown in the Strike Time footage a month ago, maybe hand will get a rework. Maybe Nobu will have its day. And I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that in conjunction with the gold crunch and in conjunction with the bad pricing. I mean, we got those Black Friday deals. The data mine suggests that we're also going to get Cyber Monday deals. And Dorian Blade, podcaster, YouTuber, said, what, this is April Fool's? Or is this Thanksgiving Black Friday? Yeah, the deals were bad. But if you're a free-to-play player, I'm going to say that's okay. And this is all going to tie into the hand. And when I go through these packs and I look at them, they're just expensive, and some of them just don't make any sense to me at all. And I'm okay with that. And the reason why I'm okay with that is that, to me, this game is about resource management. We're only given so much gold a day. We're only giving so many gear each day. And how I choose to allocate the resources is going to determine whether I'm doing better than some other guy, whether I'm going to complete certain events. And I can choose to put the resources, the golds and the credits into certain characters. And at the end of the day, you know, when there's a lack of gold and lack of credits, we're all feeling it. Unless we want to spend some insane amounts of money. And if people want to spend, you know, 450 crystals to get 130,000 gold and do that a lot, it's expensive for them. At the end of the day, as long as I'm consistent and playing every day and getting all the rewards that I can get by doing my normal daily activities, that is a huge amount of resources. Like if I skip a day, the amount that I have to spend in these stores to make up all those resources is very expensive. I think Casino put a number on it, says it's about $100. If I choose to skip a day, I can catch up by spending $100. So the most important resource is playing every day. And these packs are just so outrageous. Like they've completely cut the dolphins out, the middle of the market. There's definitely free-to-play players who have a good experience, and then there's the people that spend ungodly amounts of money. And I'm saying, because this game is really expensive and they've priced everybody out of the middle, fine. Because there are other games that are more dolphin, middle-of-the-road friendly. There's a link down in the description to Dragon Champions. The link does help support this channel, but that's a game where it's primarily targeted at dolphins and the moderate spenders. And I'm going to say that if you're free to play, you're at a disadvantage, because somebody can spend $20 over there and have a huge advantage over you, where here, $20 is not going to get you anything. you're basically gonna have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to have a significant advantage over somebody that's not spending any money. And that technically is good for the free-to-play player. Now, because this game is about resource management and there's a lot of things that are just really scarce right now, like gold is just like ridiculously scarce. And I kind of want to complain about it, but I kind of don't. I just kind of want to say right now that, you know, for me, I'm okay with gold being scarce because then I just need to be very selective about my resources and how I take my characters up and knowing what characters need to move up. For example, going from 70 to 75 is a lot of gold, and the characters don't get a lot of boost except for focus and resistance. And there's some significant jumps at level 71, 74, and 75. And so I'm not going to be taking all of my characters to 75. I'm just going to take some key characters. And when this comes to Dark Dimension and the hand rework, also I've got to be very selective. And the reason why I've had a problem with the Dark Dimension requiring City is that because this is a game about limited resources and me choosing to allocate my resources to Ultron, to good characters rather than bad characters, and to characters that I use every day, making me put resources when they're already limited into characters I don't like or I don't think are good goes against my philosophy of this game. And that's the reason why I've had a hard time with Nobu and Hand Assassin being the requirement for a Phoenix event, because I didn't see the value in those characters and I was basically forced into investing in them, and then they just get benched. And I don't like that because there's only so much resources. I want to put it as efficiently into characters that I know are good rather than bad. Now, Dark Dimension, people are going crazy trying to figure out what global, what city. I'm going to say focus on U7 is my strategy right now. And I'm going into the supplies and I'm looking for these resources constantly. Like, I'm going to buy that right now. I'm buying all of these things. That might be good for Iron Fist right there. But anything that I have a shortage of. Now, some ultra proactive people are spending the refreshes up to 3 times a day and also purchasing everything they can inside of this store. And I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to have to step up my game, hit this refresh button. I'm going to do that right now and see what I get. Am I going to need that? Yes, I'm going to just buy that. You don't know if it's going to be needed. Yes, that's going to be needed right there. That's probably going to be needed. And just do that and hoard. And for me, I'm only going to invest those resources into characters that are 100% needed for U7 and getting further along in U7. But I'm just going to hoard everything until somebody else beats Dark Dimension and they figure out the best way to do it. There's really no reason to plan that far ahead when 10 or 15 people that have already committed to spending tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to this game to do that event first. Let them do it. I'll see them do it. I'll figure out what teams they did. Then I will start allocating the resources into the correct teams, because I think Global is going to be really easy, and that'll take you through the first 8 stages. Cosmic is going to be very similar to the Fear the Darkness team because Minerva's in there, but I have no idea on the city. Could be this hand rework. We will see. Other thing I want to bring up before we wrap up this video, it was confirmed on Reddit by Zeeks that Shuri is working as intended. And I talked about her in the last video that I thought she was very good, but the way that the text reads is different than the way it works in game. In raids, when yourself or any Wakandan ally drops below 50% max health gain 3 defect, the way that it currently works is that it's any ally, not Wakandan. And she confirmed that it is working as intended and that the text is incorrect and they're going to change the text. I'm going to say for me right now, that was a green light to start upgrading Shuri to use the Tech Wing team, which is Shuri, Scientist Supreme, Falcon, Minerva, and Ultron. And that is allowing me to get to about the 40-50% mark. I can get up to about the 3rd boss node. I can get between 20 and 30 million damage on U7. I think I'm kind of in a stalemate right now until we get mods. Other thing too, I've been playing on BlueStacks and experiencing a lot of lag lately, especially with Ultron and the raids. Going from 4 cores down to 2 cores helps significantly. And a whole bunch of people were saying that This advanced mode right here, enable low-level graphics, is causing glitches. I would try it. If you're able to run it on low-level graphics, you actually will get more attacks in, and that is like shaving, it's like giving you an extra 30 seconds in the raid. But a lot of other people were getting crashes, and when you enable low-level graphics, for some people would cause the game to freeze and crash and actually made it worse. For me, I had to drop it down from 4 cores down to 2 cores, and then I could still run it in low-level graphics. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I really do hope that they loosen up the gold strings. It's strangling right now, how much gold, especially for Dark Dimension. Someone on Reddit said it's going to cost like 168 million just to get the characters, just to get 3 teams of 5, 15 characters up to level 75, and all of these pieces here in the shop. It's going to cost like 150 million, 170 million, something like that. Credits, gold, just to get that level. It's just astronomical, and it's kind of making me scared. It's just going to make me want to hoard is what it's going to do. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.